Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Encounters. I'm your host, CmdRAleon, on a Sunday night. Hope everyone had a good weekend. And you're watching the number one spiritual UFO talk show here on Sunday evening. Kate, everybody, Ocean Blue. And this is our regular show, Sunday through Friday. And then Saturday nights, we do the Ashtar Command night. And tonight is our regular night, Sunday through Friday. 11 o'clock Eastern. 4 a.m. if you're in the UK or that area. Good to have you with us, Susan Mary, everyone coming in here to Encounters, Ozzy, everybody around the world, all the new people, Lucky Chick, thank you for joining us. Cleo, good, thank you for the heart. Jess, welcome to the show. All the new people, Mandy, Smiles, Lucky, welcome to the show. Birds in Flight, good to see you. Good to see everybody here. It's going to be another great show. The show from last night is now downloading on my YouTube channel. The show from Saturday night at the Ashtar Command show, you'll be able to see that probably downloaded in the next hour. So we're all caught up, pretty much, we're all caught up with all our shows. And now we're back to square one. Tonight will be the new show that will be recorded. Hetty, good evening. Good to see you, sister. Jared, everybody coming in here. April, welcome. And good to see everybody. Hetty, one of my moderators. Any guests tonight? The way we do it here on the show, it's very spontaneous. Sometimes people will give me a comment in the comment section that they were taken on board a spaceship. Hetty, thank you for the heart me. They'll say they've been taken on a spaceship. April, thank you. And we will, basically we're always been very spontaneous. That's ever since 3 years ago when I started it. I love doing it that way because you never know what people's experiences are. Thank you, Tricky Dick. We feel the same way about you as well. And so we'll see. I usually have things to talk about here in general. We'll probably show a UFO video or two at some point tonight. I'm looking at one now that is from some area. And I've not seen, I've seen more impressive footage here on TikTok than in some of the other places where I look at footage. Thank you, Mina, for the popular. I appreciate that. Gary from Iowa, sending love back to you, brother. Indy Mello, welcome to the Turkish homeland. Welcome, Russell I think it's Sura, Cheryl Shepard. All the people in there. Hello, hey, Jersey for Life. How you doing? Sensation Dreamer, I think it is. User 738. Welcome to the show. Usually if they have a long number, I just say the first three numbers. Buddy, welcome, Teresa Wilson. Jersey for Life, thank you for the heart me. Dominic, welcome, Dominic. Any of the new people that are coming in here, welcome. This is a welcome. Hey, Laura, thank you for the heart me. You're going to find something about this show that you'll like. Number one, you have a host that does interact with its audience. I really do believe that because my background's in news media and radio and TV. I learned a long time ago that interacting with people is really very important. So if I do miss a comment or something and I don't respond right away, don't get offended. I'm looking at everything around me here. Hey, Yvette, good to see you. Elvira, good to see you. Hi, Blue, or H Blue, I think it is. Hey, Bobby B, good to see you. Good evening. Nick Danger. Susan, welcome, Susan. I see Black Bear. I see different names coming in here that I'm looking at. Jaros, I think it's Jaros something. Let's see, Rebat Amayo or Eric. Hey, Eric. I'm seeing all these names, so I'm trying to. Richard Link. Hey, Richard. I can go on and on. Just in general, welcome everybody to the show. Please share and like. Our goal is to get always to 100,000. Border Town. Hey, Border Town. Good to have you with us. Welcome. Moonchild. Hey, Moonchild. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad you were in there the other night. Sharon, Pappy, I think it's Royston, Smith, Jimmy. Just welcome everybody. Thanks, April, for coming in. Good to have you. AZ Lightning. Hey, AZ Lightning, Jojo, Brian, Sailor. So if you never watched the show before, you're in for a great show. You'll be eventually addicted to it in a good way. Ed, welcome. Teresa, Jojo, thank you. They actually do try to interfere. They try to interfere with star people. They have done that. The Zeta, they have tried to interfere. I've had people on here that were interfered with by Zeta. And that can be stopped once they're aware that it's happening to them. Once they know what to do, the Zeta can't interfere with them anymore. But they do try to interfere. It's not an uncommon thing. Hey, Peggy, good to see you. Hey, Lavola, good evening. AZ Lightning, hey, AZ Lightning. Quentin King. You're welcome, Teresa. It was a good question. Hey, Greece. I don't know if you're in Greece, but hello, Greece. Steve Bent. Bonnie Ellis. Hey, Bonnie. THAB 1945. Welcome. Yorkshire Encounters. We're going to see how many people are awake tonight, meaning physically awake and not going to sleep early because they got to go to work. Palm Desert. Hey, Palm Desert. I suspect Palm Desert is out in the Palm Desert of California. E-Rock, good to see you. Virgil, good evening, Virgil. Richard Fox. Chi something, Deb. We're having a great day, a great night. And we're out this morning working on our micro farming area, and we will have hopefully everything in the ground before or by next weekend. I am so excited. You know, it takes time to prepare everything, and so we're just excited to have our light micro farming area, all organically growing watermelons, grapes. Oh, thank you, Jersey. That's really cool. Grapes, everything that grows organic. Strawberries are organic, everything. And blueberries this year. We're doing blueberries. I am so psyched up for the blueberries. So, you know, beyond being really a starseed and very committed to my talk show and doing these things, which I love doing, and helping people and educating people about the subject at hand. Hey, my fishing. Thank you so much for the heart me. And St. Jared, thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat. That was good. I had to do an impression. So I'm really psyched up. The weather's getting less rain so we can get out there and finish up stuff. Leah, thank you for the awesome. I appreciate that. Hey, Jetty, Alex. I know you wanted to talk last night. Somehow I couldn't get you up here. So we're going to have to see. I know you have a story to tell. I'd love to bring you up and hear your story. And I will try to do that in a few minutes as soon as we start going here. Chris Sherman. Hey, Chris. Welcome to the show. Nadine. Hey, Nadine. Joy Bells. 88. Hey, Joy Bells. I hope you're having a good night. Kit Kat. Sister, how you doing out there in Long Island? And Jose something. I can't understand the language. And you're in Brazil. I know you're in Brazil. You can barely hear me. Hey, Papa from Kentucky. I'll bring my volume up here. I got my volume all the way up. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Michelle. Monique. User 971. Everybody coming in here, welcome. The doors are open. We have seating everywhere all over the world. Our studios are open to our audience everywhere. If you have a futon or you're sitting on a couch or whatever, just get back and relax. Enjoy the show. Billy Thomas. Hey, Billy. Does other people have these orbs all over top of the house even when I go to a friend's? Thank you, Jersey. Wow, that's amazing. Hey, Darren Babcock. To answer your question, Billy, why don't we just bring you up? If you want to come up, we'll bring you up. Let's do this. We're going to bring Billy Thomas up here. That's the way I do my show. I'm very spontaneous. You know, I like the question. Is a good one. Do other people have these orbs all over the top of their house? Even when they go to a friend's, they follow. Not everybody. If you are having orbs following you to a friend's house, then that is very much a very unique situation for you. It doesn't mean everybody out there is having that happen, because they're not. But there's got to be a meaning for the fact that you're seeing these orbs. Let's say you're seeing the orbs, Billy, and when you go to a friend's house, the orb is following you. And I have a feeling that might be happening, but I'm not 100% certain. Hey, Green Eyes, good to see you. Hey, Yvette, good to see you. Sue House. Let's see. My fishing addiction. Do you know if there's a comment in another language, tap on it twice, it translates? You're talking about TikTok? TikTok, I thought used to have a language translator, but I'm not sure it does. Let's see here. Hey, Karen, J74, good to see you. Hey, Half Pint. You know, did you post that Half Pint? I was on your page, and I did a love thing on that. Yeah, it was like this. It looked like a really huge energy. Was that what was going on? Hey, Deb. Yes, TikTok. TikTok, I think, used to have a translator, but I'm not sure. We're going to bring Jedi up first. I'm going to try to bring him up. Let's see if we can do that. Alex, hopefully tonight TikTok is working in our favor, or in your favor, or in both our favors. Let's see here. Hey, Roxy, good to see you. Roxy's had a lot of experiences, man, I'll tell you. It worked on my Live 9. Let's see here. We're going to go backwards. Oh, on your Live 9? Oh, yeah, they do have some sort of a translator. I've never seen it on my lives here. Hey, Roxy, good to see you. It's been a while, Roxy. We're going to have to get an update from where you are. Let's see what's going on. Camino Mando photo. I don't know what that means. I can't translate. Well, maybe I can. Let's see if there's a translator. Oh, yeah, translate. It is a translator. As command photo taken 3 weeks ago and Hot Goiás, Brazil. Okay, so I can translate what he said just now, or they said. Yeah, you can translate a language just by pressing their profile. I haven't done that too much. Let me see here. We're going to get... Okay, I tried to bring Alex up. We're going to get Billy Thomas up here. Alex, I have to get you back up here after Billy. I don't know why you're not coming into the thing.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, Billy. Yes, I can. How are you
Hey,
doing?
how are you?
We're
It's
doing
good to
good.
see you. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, so tell us what's happening.
Just and like I'm seeing like a few other videos of people, and they have lots of. There's always three though, and
Yeah.
they're not like there all the time. Like I will walk outside,
Mm-hmm.
and within like 30 seconds they're there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could be, but I look around, they're not there. But it takes literally less than 30 seconds. And
Now, now there's some feedback coming in. Do you have a Bluetooth on or something?
no, no,
Nothing. Okay, I was coming over your side of it, but anyway, now it's gone. But so, if I understand you correctly, are you seeing any of these orbs yourself?
Oh, I've got like tons of it. Like I've done used up like a terabyte of. I'm gonna have to upgrade my iCloud like every
Yeah.
night. Like, and I got a really good iPhone, so like I zoom way up in on them, and I mean you can see it's like looks like pure plasma. So I don't know if
Wow.
that's like a force field hiding a ship or it really is just plasma. But
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, and you can and I've took stills, where I'm already zoomed in, so they're zoomed in to like say 1,000%, and then I take a screenshot, and then you can pull them up even further to like 1,000, and I don't know, it's just,
Yeah.
and there's other people posting, but it's less surprising to me that that's not the big deal to me that no one's talking about it. The big
Yeah.
deal, or that no one's seeing them or saying about
Right.
it, seeing them. Right. The big deal to me is like the government's not saying anything whatsoever. Like that
Yeah.
should say a lot in itself, right there. Like
Oh yeah, it does. I
the
mean, Billy, that the government's never going to say anything because if they admit that these exist, then they have to spill the beans that everything exists out there in the universe, and that's the one thing they don't want. They want to have control of the subject, and that's why we're here. Because this is why we're doing what we're doing. This is why you and I can talk here on encounters and spill the beans because we have to wait for the government to tell us, oh, the orbs do exist. Whoop-de-doo. If we're going to wait for the government, we'll be waiting for 1,000 years. You
but
know?
like I mean, if you think about it, though, like I'm seeing them, Do you think that it's like only certain people can see them? Because
Yes, I mean, I think certain people, yes, and also yes and no. Yes, you're seeing them because there's some connection that you have with these orbs. Um, and again, there's different kinds of orbs. So, how big are these orbs that you're zooming in on?
I mean, they even have came down like to the tops of trees. Like that's close. Like
Wow,
I
that's really
mean,
close.
and then some guy on TikTok was like talking about, you've heard about it a lot, I'm sure. Nibiru or something supposedly coming into our blending in with us and grabbing
Oh,
our gravity and stuff.
you're talking about like Narubu?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
real. That is real. Go ahead.
and he said go outside right before sunrise, and he was like, you will see like this binary star that goes with or around.
Hmm.
What's a binary star? Is that like a sun or something?
A
But
binary star is a binary to our system. So when you see Narubu people, he's absolutely correct about that. There is a large planetary system called Narubu, and when the sun is at its height of brightness, you can't see it. But when the sun is not there at the time when, like he's saying,
like
if
right
people test
before
the
you.
theory, right before, if people test that theory, go out wherever you are in the world and see if you can see Narubu because it is a real planet. It's really big.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
instead of me seeing that, what I expected, because it's all white, I seen the glittery colors like you've never seen before, but it was one of the orbs instead,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
that should have been. But I have seen him, he's got pictures of it, like video, and it's like all white, you know what I mean? But when I went out, it was one of them orbs like blocking it because basically he was going on the assumption that it's going when this comes in the Earth's gravitational pull. The reason the government's keeping it quiet is because it's like going to grab the plates and really cause a lot of havoc. That's why we're getting all these earthquakes.
Well, the
And
other
I
thing with
fully, I
Narubu
fully
is also,
believe,
I'm going to say just not to interrupt you, Billy.
yeah,
Narubu is a very highly advanced planetary system. That's the other thing they're keeping quiet about. They know that there's another intelligence out there, and
but
Narubu
is it
is.
going to? Do you think it's going to grab like what he's saying? And
Mm,
the species out there are trying to mitigate the problems that it's going to cause.
when you say species, mitigate the problem, you're talking about the space people?
I guess they would be called
Yeah.
Anunnaki. Is that who comes from there?
Well, the Anunnaki, one of my friends here, Half Pine, her husband. I mean, they are connected with the Anunnaki. Well, from depending who you talk to, Narubu is not going to be a problem for us. The problem is that the government does not want the public to know about Narubu. Because now some people, the theories are that Narubu is this large, huge spaceship. But also the other theory is that Narubu is a very, very large planet. And when we think of planets, people, we think of planets like Jupiter, Saturn, what are in our solar system, we consider large planets. But Narubu is a very large planet, and yes, binary would be key, but it's not going to. If it is causing any problems with earthquakes or anything, I don't know that to be true or not true, but I do know that Narubu is going to be a part of what is happening when we have full contact. That revelation that Narubu is existing and is real is going to be known by everybody at some point.
Because there is like really high ranking. I'm talking like they've come out. They're not in this organization like this government, but in past governments, and I'm talking like generals,
Billy,
ex-CIA.
people are saying that they're hearing an echo. Do you have a speaker or something you can turn down? Some sort of speaker in the room?
Let me try it. Oh yeah, let me try something here.
Yeah,
Let me
that's what's
try
happening.
something.
They're getting bad echo.
Okay.
Well, he's going to fix the problem, folks. He probably has some sort of an extra speaker on or something. You're watching Encounters, and
Better.
it's
Is that any
okay
better?
now. Yeah, now there's no echo at all. Good.
Okay. But these are like not just CIA agents. These are like former directors, lieutenant colonels, like way high up. They're now retired, and they're saying like they was talking about long ago, supposedly like Sumerian gods they called them or something are returning, and they're not very appreciative of it. Like in other words, you know what I'm saying?
Uh, I would not go by any of that. I would say those former military
Or
officials,
probably
in this case,
disinformation. Yeah.
it's disinformation,
Yeah.
complete disinformation. The Anunnaki, which are coming back amongst other star nations or star people, are coming here to help our planet. They're not coming here to do anything other than that. So yeah, I would say that the information that these former military people are giving is being done on purpose to scare the public, and
Okay.
it's
Now, have you
absolutely
seen
misinformation.
have you heard about all of the semi truck drivers and all the videos they're posting about delivering to these huge underground facilities, and they will drive through and show like 4-lane highways going through them, railroad tracks, multiple railroad tracks, and
Hmm.
they're asking, the reason they're posting videos is they're trying to find out. They're like, we're bringing all this stuff, does anybody know of anything coming up? They're like, because they are like bringing, it's a line. He's like, we have to just rate line after line, and we're just
Hmm.
bringing this stuff underground. And he's like, these places are massive. They're like underground warehouses. They have major big corridors. I mean,
Hmm.
it doesn't even look underground once you get under. That's how huge it is.
Yeah. So I can answer that question. There are secretive underground traveling facilities that go to places like Area 51, Wright Patterson Air Force Base, S4, a number of different facilities around the country. There is these secret operations where they are able to go from one place to the other. They've been doing this for years.
Well, he said they're like, it seems that it's ramped up where they are like stalking up, like planning on a long getaway, if you know what I'm saying. Like it
Oh
seems.
yeah, they're planning for something, but understand, there's a lot of disinformation. If you follow the route of that stuff on the internet,
Well,
some
it's
of
just,
the
this is just like truckers. It's regular truckers, and they're
yeah,
asking. They're like, why are they having us bring all these supplies underground, underground? Like we always have before to a regular warehouse, and now everything's going underground. And
yeah.
these are huge amounts of stuff, like food that would last. You wouldn't
Oh
believe
yeah,
how.
they're planning. Their whole thing is these truckers are doing this. Yeah, I understand the question or the comment. The truckers are going through underground facilities that there are roadways, and yes, there is transportation systems that are just that go from the surface of our surface into mountains and through the country. There are different inter traveling systems that go to all these different
It's
places.
unreal when you get inside. You're like the camera. He takes care of me. I mean, there's like different directions, like 4-lane highways, this way, that way. Like it doesn't even look underground once you get on there. It's
But
huge.
getting back to your situation with the orbs and everything,
Yeah, yeah.
from your story, which I want to turn right back into. So, have you felt seeing these orbs? Do you feel a sense? What do you feel when you see the orbs coming down towards you?
I just I had talked to someone and they said that because like my iPad, my iPhone is like always right there around me, that uh they either spoke to them or something and said that's interfering, one or the other. That's interfering with them communicating with me, because of technology or something, or like I'm in like disbelief. You know what I'm saying? To where they can't communicate if you don't accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like, I can't really believe this. You get what I
Right.
mean? Like
So,
if
so
you're in
have
dis
you tried? Have you tried, Billy, to open yourself? I mean, if you feel comfortable with it, do you feel? This is one of the things when I hear about these stories is I ask a couple questions. Number one, do you feel negative, positive when you see the orbs? What do you feel?
no, pot like the first time I see one, and that's what I like. I was wasn't even wanting to post it. on TikTok and stuff. I did on TikTok. I didn't on Facebook because like that's where all my like people, every personal close friends that know me. And like the first video I got, like I said stuff that I would probably I've never even said about like a girl I met. You know what I mean? I was like,
Mm.
wow. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, you're so beautiful. I was like I was talking to a person. Like
Right,
I mean,
right.
like it was a
So
person.
I think the orbs are, if you think they're positive, they are trying to communicate with you. But I think the orbs come from a much larger spaceship that might be cloaked all the way up in the atmosphere. And if you're seeing that many orbs and they're coming, communicating, at least visually with you, I think one of the things I'd recommend you do is in meditation, try to ask them who they are and where they're from. Those are the two key questions. If you ask those two key questions, you might not get the answers right away, but you're going to do it through telepathy. So that means you're not going to say verbally yelling at them, where are you from? You're going to do it through telepathy.
Yeah,
And
I
operate.
started thinking like I started thinking like because I know that you're not like really talking ain't really the way to go like you think, and I started thinking like like why would you please come closer? Because like
Right,
I'm lower vision, like not great. So I was like, would you please come closer? And then they would move down, and they literally one of them came plumb to the top tree, and I literally named them 1, 2, and 3 because they are always there. There's always three. And one person I talked to, they was like, I've heard of people having like one, dedicated like with them at all time, but I've never heard of like three at all times. Like,
mm,
and I'm talking at all times. And my
yeah,
son was like, well, I don't believe in aliens. I was like, well, you could get away with that, but like you show up and I'm like, we're sitting in the car talking, and I'm like, now look over there. Do you see anything? He's like, I was like, look good. He's like, no. And I said, let's go back talking, okay? I was like, now, I'm telling you, within like under 30 seconds, because I started thinking about them and I wanted to see him right to my right. And I said, in under 30 seconds, like I'm telling you, they're going to be right over there. And I look over again, and there it is, right there, just like that. Like,
wow.
and I'm like,
Yes,
now, and he still denied.
you
I'm like,
denied it. Yeah. Well, there's nothing you can do if your
oh,
son denies it.
he's seen it, but he's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a government drone, or it's this, that, the other,
Oh, yeah. He
you
has
know.
an excuse for what you're saying. I gotcha. I gotcha.
And
Hey,
the
Billy,
same
I
with
want to
my
thank.
sister. She's like, and you taped them? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you would have orbs all around your house, and you wouldn't tape them? Like you would just sit there and be like, oh, it's just a bunch of orbs all over
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
tree level, like really low, like no more than 150 feet. They're not way thousands of feet in the air. They will come right down above it. They'll even come behind the trees, like to where they're even
Wow.
lower than the trees. And I'm like,
Yeah. I think you're bound to have not just the visual aspect of that. And now I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but I
just
think
getting the
they're
feeling like they're there to look out for me. Like why? But
well,
why
I'm
would
not. I
you
think
look
they're
out?
prepping you. I think they're prepping you for physical contact. That's what I'm getting. Just so you know. I
Because
don't know
they
when that's going to
know.
happen, but I think they're going to prep you for contact, man.
It's like I was scared one time, like when I very first saw them for the split second. Like I was not really scared of them, but I was like, man, I want to go outside and tape them, but I just physically could not get myself to. Like I was
Yeah.
so wigged out, like the very first time. But within about 5 minutes of looking at them through the camera, that's all I could keep saying was, "Wow, wow, you're so
Yeah.
beautiful." Like talking to him like there's people, like the actual. Is it a ship? Do you think, or is it like
No, I
a
think the orbs are
spirit or
coming
what?
from. I think the orbs are coming from a cloaked mothership. I think the orbs are coming from
Way
a cloaked
higher up.
mothership. Yeah. Well, yeah. You won't even see it. It's cloaked.
And like
Absolutely.
I
I
live in
think.
a town of like there's like 100 people in the entire town. There's
Well,
like
there you
maybe
go.
50
Perfect.
houses. Like
Probably a less populated area. Why not? But hey, Billy, thank you for sharing that story, man. That's a good update from where you are. It's been a while, but I
yeah, and
guarantee you, you're going to have some sort of physical contact soon.
I mean, do you have any like I know you don't know for sure, but if your best guess, like, well, why would they want contact? Because they know I'm like not afraid of them, and I could,
Well, you don't know this for yourself, and I can't tell you who you are. I don't want to do that. But
Like
the
I know
thing
when I
is,
close my eyes, you know, they do that meditation. I never could get into that, but I started every time I like close my eyes and just breathe deep, like in and out, like
yeah,
electric goes through me, like
yeah.
continuously. It's
You have,
crazy.
I don't know who they are. I mean, obviously they're positive. I just don't know where they're from. But I'm going to say this: at some point this year, you're going to have a physical contact with them, not a
What's that
visual
like?
contact.
What does that mean? Like,
What does that mean? That means that they're going to contact you physically. They're going to be in a form that you understand, which is
I'll
the
see
human
them,
body.
like
Yeah,
literally
you're going
see
to see
them,
them. Yeah, absolutely.
and like I am drained all the time, like
Hmm.
of my energy. And then someone said that something about light work or something, and some people are transmuters and they take energy. You know, some people are like you to get out there and tell people and be the face of it, you know, and tell people about it. And then there's other people that their job is strictly to emit light, like put light out there.
Yeah,
Like, because when I was a kid, I was always, you know, the weird one. Like, I was always like, why are they letting these people, like the kids in Africa, starve? Why are all these people starving?
yeah,
Why are you on a planet where you didn't choose to come? And
yeah,
you shouldn't have to pay for certain stuff. iPad, yes. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's a
So let me
luxury.
ask you. Let me
But
jump in here.
food,
I'm going to interrupt you.
yeah.
Before I let these, I have a lot of people on the list here, but you're a truck driver, right?
No, no, no. I was just referring to my brother
Okay.
and
Somebody
other
somebody
videos.
asked me whether you were a truck driver or not. That's why. Well, Billy, I want to thank you, man, for coming on here. But definitely through meditation, ask questions. Are you going to contact me physically? Where are you from? Key questions. Are you going to contact me physically? Where are you from?
But would you
And
ask them if they would actually, like,
well, they
let them know I
probably
want to?
will. I mean, they probably will. You just have to ask those questions through telepathy. So
And
that's
one
your
last
cosmic
thing,
homework.
is it possible like that? There, I'm having contact in dreams and I'm just not even remembering it.
You could be, but the
Because that
fact
would
is,
suck.
you're having an experience that a lot of people aren't having, which you're having these orbs coming down, and you're not afraid of them. So
No.
when you go to sleep at night, take 20 minutes before sleeping and make a definitive commitment to your 20 minutes to focus on where you're from. Are you cosmic Christed beings of light, and are you going to contact me? Three specific questions. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Oh, because there are negatives as well or something
Yeah, you
around.
have to be very specific. That's right. That's exactly right.
Okay,
All
I
right,
got.
man. I'm gonna let you go.
Tell
I
me
got
what
so
you
many.
said one last time, real quick. Repeat that last little bit.
Yeah, the three questions you will ask in meditation. One, where are you from? Are you cosmic Christed beings of light? And are you going to make contact with me? Those are the three key questions.
Now, with spending a lot of time out there, like looking at them and stuff like that, would
Well,
that
let
enhance?
me say this. When you see the orbs, just internally meditate. And when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, internally meditate for 20 minutes, is what I'm saying. In that 20 minutes, if you do exactly what I'm saying, those three things, eventually, just like a mantra, like you or Om, look at it as a mantra. As you keep repeating the three questions, eventually you'll get a telepathic response. That's what you need to do.
But I
That's
find it
your,
hard to even pull away from. Like I'll stay out there all night and look at them,
yeah.
like all night. Like
All righty. Well, Bill, I'm gonna let you go,
I
brother.
appreciate it. Thank you very much. I
I
love your
appreciate you,
show.
man. And keep us informed and let me know in the future if you do those three
Yeah,
things what the
that
outcome
would be
is.
so nice to be able to talk to
All
them,
right.
see them, or
There we
anything.
go.
Thank
All
you.
right, brother. We're going to let you down. Billy Thomas, everybody. I got a bunch of folks here. I want to see who they are. I'm going to bring up Half Pint and then Star Defense. And we have the Anunnaki connection right here. Marion Ray, the Anunnaki connection. And, you might not think they look like Anunnaki, but they're connected. Hey, how you doing, Mary?
Pretty good. How are you?
We are feeling good. We had a great weekend, and I hope you did too.
I did. I need you to
Good.
bring up my profile.
I'm going to do that because you posted something that I did see earlier tonight when I was scanning TikTok, and I will bring her profile up here. Let me get out of this thing. Let's go back into TikTok.
Yeah, my EMFs are real high on my property, so it's draining my battery real bad.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let me get here. Okay, we're going to find. Here we go. And this is the one where it says our friends came to say hi 19 hours ago?
It might be.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm going to show this, folks, to you, everybody. Give me a second here. This is from the Appalachian Mountains up in Pennsylvania, and that's where Ray and Mary are. Let me see. Going to. All right. It's this right here, right? Am I looking at the right one?
Nope.
Okay, let
So
me
the
go
one you're
to the.
looking for is the one that Ray's pointing at.
Okay, let's see.
He's on the deck. It's only one picture.
It's not this one. You have so many good things
Nope.
here. Is that
Oh no,
okay?
you can tell it's a ship. It's right above us.
Okay, let me go back in here.
It's
I'm going
really
to go
dark.
into.
It looks like a saucer ship.
Okay, our friends say hi. Oh yeah, Ray's. Okay, let's see here. You have a lot of pictures here. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. It's at the top of your profile.
Probably, yeah. I think so.
Okay, this one might be it. Uh, May 17th. The ship is right above us.
Yep, that's it. See it?
Oh,
It's a
good.
saucer shape.
I want people
And
to
you
see
can see the
this.
light coming out of the bottom of it. How cool
Yeah.
is
So,
that?
is it the shape of the? I gotta turn the light out here. Hold on a minute. It doesn't do justice. Here we go. Could you point out where the saucer? I see the
Okay,
brightness of the light. Is
so
it
you see where the light's at, right? That light is coming right out of that ship.
the
That
ship is the
black
thing
spot
above?
right there is the ship.
The dark thing is the ship right there. I'm
Yeah,
going to turn. Now I'm going to let people see the ship. Now that you can see the ship, I'm going to go here. See the ship? That's the saucer, and this is amazing. That's the light. The solid object is above it. The light is beaming out below the spaceship.
yep.
Check this out, folks. Hey, Mary, this is amazing. This is really good. I'm sure I turned my iPad a little bit here sideways because now you can see the ship. They actually caught the ship and actually got the photograph of the ship. This is one of the Anunnaki ships.
Yep, so this ship is sitting right above my trailer, by the way, constantly. So
Wow,
that's what's making my EMFs go up to 300 because it's always sitting there.
wow.
Yeah.
When did you start realizing? How long ago did you realize that ship was there?
So remember I showed you those pictures and I said that's God's eye looking down at me? No, it's not. That was a ship the whole time looking down at me.
And you know what? If I just kept it this way, I wouldn't know it. When you
Yep.
turn it this way, the ship is facing towards the ground level, and you're seeing the beam, and that beam of light. What is that? Can you explain what that is from the
That's a
ship?
light coming out of the ship.
Now we know there are space beings in the ship. So what do you think's happening with that? Do you think they're going to come out? Well, you guys always have contact, but
Yeah.
did, I mean, that's not new. But did they come out of the ship? Did you see any beings come off the ship?
Yeah.
And what did they look like? Explain that to our audience.
Um They're pretty tall. Actually, you know what? These ones, remember I was telling you about CmdRAleon, the guard that I have next to the tree?
Yeah.
So they look like him in robes
Okay.
and their swords.
And tell our audience. A lot of people might not know what you're talking about. So explain to everybody around the world who Soriel is.
So CmdRAleon is I believe he's an Anunnaki guard, and he
Hmm.
sits on the corner of my property and protects my property for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So she has an Anunnaki guard who protects her property, because early on, 3 years ago, when I first met Mary and Ray, they had all kinds of interference from lower vibrational ETs. And when the Anunnaki got totally in tune with what was happening, they came back and put protection around their property, and they haven't had any problems since then, right?
No.
You're good now? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're good
We
now.
have to chase them off every so often, but we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, they try to, they try to sneak and do that. They try to do
Yeah.
that with you, and I've seen it happen with April, where they try to sneak in on her property, and the command has to go after them. So you guys are protected, They're
I
sneaky that
thought
way,
that was pretty cool.
That is cool. And now, because I see it this way, it's amazing. I'm going to post this on my Ashtar page. This
Okay.
is great. This is really good. Let me turn my light back on. Go back to that's the best picture I've seen. Now let me just do this here. Where am I? Wait a minute. It's not what I want to do. Hold on a second. I got to get myself back on screen. I'm on the
Yeah, come
screen, but
back
I
out
need.
of the ship, Commander.
I'm disappearing into the ship. It's green, and I'm having problems figuring out where I am now. I want to do this thing here. Wait a minute. We're almost back, folks. Here we go. All right. Now we're back on Earth again. Here we are. But that is amazing. Seriously, speaking, that is a really good picture. And all one has to do, if they look at it, just if they take a picture frame and reverse it to show the dark part facing down, you see that there's a spaceship there hovering really low towards the ground level, and there's a beam of light coming out of that Anunnaki ship. That's
So
pretty
that's the
amazing.
one that Ray was reaching up and touching the other day.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. In
Amazing.
one of our pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one of those one of those pictures where you have to say that it is a spaceship when you
Yep.
analyze it, and I'm good at analyzing video and pictures. And when I was looking at sideways, it was kind of tough because I see this bright light. Then I said, "What's that above it?" Let me turn the camera of the photo sideways, and there you see this ship is a spaceship facing down towards the ground where you guys are. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can keep
Yeah,
saying
it's
that all night because it is.
so if you guys ever have the issue of your phone dying on you constantly, or get like a EMF machine or whatever and just face
Hmm.
it up to the sky, if it
Yeah.
goes off, you got a ship sitting right above you.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, there are devices that MUFON, Mutual UFO Network, I know someone who built a device. They sell them. Um, I didn't think they were all perfected 7 years ago. They looked like diodes and stuff. And I said, this is just not made right. But I think they have devices now that can detect those EMFs from a spaceship.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that the spaceship is radioactive. It just means it is detecting that there's a spaceship near you. Years ago, somebody I interviewed, they said if you took a TV set, I don't remember what you had to do, on a VHF frequency, if there was a spaceship over your location, it would affect the TV set. This is the old TVs, not the ones we have now. The old TV sets. I can't remember where I saw that article years ago or who I spoke to in the UFO community, but somebody I knew said if you have one of those old TV sets with the dials, that they would interfere. That it would interfere and cause a electromagnetic thing happening on the screen.
Yeah.
You've heard of
But
that,
they
right?
do that with these ones too, so don't let them fool you.
Oh yeah, I can do with the new TV sets, modern TVs.
Yep.
Interesting, interesting. And then if you see one of your space family people coming through the TV, you can just wave back because they'll see you.
Yep.
Half Pint, great story. How's Ray doing?
He's doing good. He's been getting a lot of downloads. I mean, like, they are like just jamming him. Like, he's
Yeah.
just like wiped out.
I'm all he has to rebuild his computer system, and he has to
Yep.
reload his system. You got to have a little talk with Ray about that.
All right.
But if people don't know Ray, he is a super dude, and he has definitely been contacted by the Anunnaki constantly, and and Mary too, and not to exclude Mary because they're together. She also only last few years has she also been. They are finally decided that hey, look, we need to keep them both in contact. And Mary has been on the Anunnaki spaceships. Tell people a little bit about going on an Anunnaki spaceship. people that, we have a lot of people on TikTok, they like to talk about the Anunnaki, but you're a contactee with the Anunnaki, which is different than talking about it. What is it like going on an Anunnaki spaceship?
Well, I tell you, the only thing I can remember are like this white room. That's the only thing I can remember about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Ray now he has more trips than I do.
Yeah. Do you think Ray remembers what he sees inside the ship versus, not that you're any worse or better, you just don't, for some reason, right now, you're not able to do that. Does he have more memory of the visualization of what happens? He does.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get him to be awake one night and come on here with you so he can tell us what it looks like inside the spaceship. This is not
Right.
fair. Well, we love you guys, both of you, and we appreciate you because you really have as well. You're one of the other people I know that I've known for a couple of years that are also having direct contact, and this is what it's about. When people hear the stories like this, it's great because people that have never had contact realize that someday everyone will have a chance to have contact, and that's going to happen gradually once we build up to the crescendo of that contact. What Mary's having, what Ray's having, will be available to everybody. But there are certain people that are being contacted for certain reasons, and I think a lot of it has to do with educating the public, which you and Ray are part of doing that because you're doing it. I know April in Vermont is doing it. There's a number of other contactees I know around the planet that have told their stories. So you all exist in different parts of the world, in the United States and maybe Scandinavia. There's so many contactees out there that are in their own countries helping people. And I want to give you guys credit for doing what you're doing.
Thank you. We
Oh yeah,
appreciate that
absolutely.
very much.
That's my gift to you in verbal language. So there you go. All right.
Thank
Anything
you.
else you want to tell us, Half Pint? Anything else we should know besides the spaceship that we just showed? That's amazing.
No, they just want
Okay.
everybody to stay good to each other, man. That's all you got to
Yeah.
do. Just
I'm going
love
to
each
post that
other.
spaceship. I'm going to try to re-angle it so I think there's a way I can do that. I'm going to try to re-angle it so it's facing down the flying saucer ship. And that seemed like a pretty big ship when I was looking at it. I don't know from your perception. Was it pretty big?
Oh yeah, that ship was
Yeah.
huge. It must have been.
Yeah.
Uh, I'd say. Well, you're not seeing the whole thing, so I'm gonna say like 2 football fields, maybe big.
Really? That big?
Yeah,
Wow. Well, up
because
there,
you're
that's
only
fine because you're
seeing
up in the
part of it.
mountains.
You're not even seeing the whole ship.
Hmm. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So one person's asking me to ask you a question. If you ever noticed the energy level going way down, like low energy, like draining. I don't think you have you? Low energy
I
draining?
do sometimes, yeah. Especially after I've
Okay.
been outside and,
Hmm.
and we've been dealing with the ships and the beings, you get
Yeah.
really low all of a sudden. But it
Oh, you
doesn't
mean
stay that
physically?
way.
You feel tired or just like,
Yeah, I just feel tired.
yeah. Is it because of all the energy being influxed at the same time?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's different than someone having negative contact and having feeling low because they've been abducted. It's a different kind of low, correct? Can you explain that?
Right, right. It's
So can you explain? Go ahead.
like going. It's almost like an adrenaline junkie. You know how your adrenaline will go really high and then it'll come down all of a sudden, like
Yeah.
fast. That's what it does.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah. So it's just that you're doing a lot of work. Like Billy's saying, you're not bad, just like you've done a lot of work. So that's what that is. You're doing so much work with the
Yeah.
Anunnaki that you're tired out afterwards. The Anunnaki might not be tired, but you are.
Oh yeah.
They don't realize that as a human being, you get tired. Hey, I'm getting the downloads. I
Yeah.
know what we're doing here. Give us a little break. Give us a little, upload or something.
Yeah. Give me some
You know,
energy.
yeah, and give Ray energy so he's awake at 11 o'clock at night when he comes on. When we come on here with Mary on Encounters, you guys at Anunnaki got to get that together, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, have
Okay,
fun.
I'm gonna have to get
You have
off of here. I'm down to 13% now.
Well, we're going to let you go before you get no percentages. So
Okay.
thank you. Thank you for being here, Mary. Tell Ray we said
Thank you,
hello when he comes
Commander.
back on planet. All right, you take care.
Okay.
That's Mary, my friends up in the Adirondack Mountains, and we're going to see what's going on. So they're one of the people that I've known for over 3 years, so since I've been on TikTok, and they're one of the earlier interviews I did when I got on here. And they actually, a lot of people on social media, Facebook, whatever, everyone talks about the Anunnaki in the third person, you see. But Ray and Mary, are being contacted by the Anunnaki. They've had them come into their house. The Anunnaki are very active up in the mountains where they are. And they're pretty amazing. They're an amazing couple. Ray is amazing, and we'll get him on when he's awake and to tell his story about what the inside of their ships look like. And Mary said that the ships are about 2 football fields in length, the one that was over her house. That's there constantly. Now, figure 2 football fields in length, an Anunnaki spaceship with a light ray coming from the bottom, which I showed you just before. I'll be posting that picture on my my main page here, so you can all get to see it. We'll share it with everybody, and that's the kind of thing. They document everything, Ray and Mary. They always have pictures. They document the energies. That's exactly the beautiful part of their experience. And welcome everybody to the show. This is Encounters. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. If you've never been on interviewed before on the program, we'd love to hear your story. If you've had encounters, if you are having positive contact physically with star people, I want to hear your story. We all want to hear your story. We treat everybody well. We honor your stories. We don't put you down on encounters. We want to hear your stories. I'm a contactee, and I've been in radio and TV for a lot of years, and this has been a real big part of my life, is this subject. Is there ETs in the Orion Nebula? There might be. I don't know, honestly, to be honest with you. It's totally possible. The way I look at life in the universe, anything is possible. I don't doubt anything is impossible to exist in that area. You're welcome, Half Pint. And Nancy, let's see who's coming in on the queue here. And we have, XStardefender. We're going to bring them up, and then Relic. We're going to bring Relic up too. So let's bring up XStardefender and then Relic. You're watching Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show here on social media on TikTok. XStardefender, good evening.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. And how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. We had a beautiful weekend, got out in the garden. Can't complain. And so tell us a little about yourself, where you're from, and what you want to share with our audience.
Yeah, so first off, I want to say I've been watching your show for many years. I'm kind of on a different name, not because of anything I'm going to tell you. Everyone can research and find it on their own, but just for anonymity because of my job profession.
Okay.
So, and it's nothing government related. It's just that, I don't want my coworkers to hear me.
Right. You don't need that. Right. Exactly.
But I wanted to say, so I had gone to a contact modality expo a few weeks ago, and I had learned so much information, and that's what this information can be found from all the people I met, but a lot of these people there are very well connected, have worked with the government, which I found really interesting. And the general feel that I just wanted to share, and something you've always said on your show, which I appreciated, is that there's no reason to fear contact. And I had talked to someone who basically said, and it's in her book too. Have you ever heard of Paulo Harris?
Vaguely. Tell us about who she is.
Yeah, so I believe she's like an Italian journalist. She has several books, and she's like an investigative journalist. So she investigates contacts. And she basically said there's people that are stipend by the government to put false narratives out there to make us all fear, right? And I kind of had asked, I'm like, well, what would that reason be? And it's basically to control us because we all have these capabilities. We all have these, I guess, if you want to call it intuition or whatever abilities that can go beyond, but we just are feared to not tap into those.
Mm.
I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people with encounters or experiences with the star people, as you say, the main mode of communication is what? Telepathy, right?
Telepathy, yeah.
And I mean, recently there's been that podcast that came out called the Telepathy Tapes that show, with nonverbal kids on the spectrum that they scientifically can be telepathic, and we all can be, right? And so
Right.
I just found that interesting. I'm like, why would the government do that? And then it goes into this big loophole of, I mean, you think about remote viewers, right? Obviously, that would be kind of, I mean, if everyone started to tap into that, they can see a lot of things they shouldn't. But
Yeah.
I just found it interesting, and I wish I remember which book she was talking about, but she had talked about it's some kind of mountain in South America, and she was telling me this story, like the people there, they know like the star people as mountain people because they're living amongst us in the mountains.
Yeah.
And
so in South America, they're saying that the star people, the space people, live amongst them where they live.
Yes.
That would be true because they're already here.
Yeah, and she had said when she investigates it, it's like, someone's making dinner and she's like, "Oh, have you heard about the mountain people?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we see them all the time." Like it's not a big deal there because it's normal.
Then it's normal. And when they say they see them all the time, are they saying that they can communicate physically? They can see them walking around where they are, and they have communications with them?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. That is really an amazing story.
Yeah.
Is it a small village in South America,
or yeah? Say that again. Sorry.
Is it in a small village in South America?
Gosh, I wish I was trying to think. I feel like, and I'm such a bad like with memory, but I'm like in all the information I was getting, like my brain, like talk about downloads. I was like, what? Like, but I feel like it was either Brazil or Panama. It's like she was saying there's a tall mountain there. She's like, we think like Mount Everest is tall. It's even taller than that.
Really?
Yes. Wow. And she said that that's where it is. And once I figure out, I'll contact her. I'll look in my book. I bought a couple of her books, but I know there was like a picture she had like drawn of what the people described. It almost looks like I guess I hate to say stereotypical, but is it the Nordic? The Nordic?
Yeah, Nordic, like with the blonde hair and everything. Yes. Yeah.
It kind of looked like that, the picture that I saw.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And then the other thing, going back to, I think it was Billy Thomas, and I think I saw someone actually write about that book. I had met that guy. Someone wrote the UFO of God book. Christopher Bledsoe was at this conference, and he had an experience, and long story short, Orbs follow him, and the government's highly like researching him. And so I encourage anyone that has had any experience or are seeing orbs to look into like hypnotic regression, because that could open up a lot of things, and not to be afraid. But what I gathered from this conference when it comes to disclosure with the government is that there's two beliefs in the government that are fighting. There's the people in the government that want to tell us, and they're more spiritual based. They feel that star people, like quote unquote aliens, angels, fairies, whatever, it's all connected. They're all the same thing. It's a spiritual, like you say, Christ consciousness. And then there's the other side of the government that's like, well, is it, or is it because they're hovering around our different, nuclear bases? Is it a threat? And so the reason why basically they said in this conference, for people that know people who are well connected, that there'll never be disclosure, even if they wanted to. There's so many different branches of government that is involved that to declassify would take thousands of years. It's not that easy to declassify, if that makes sense. And
there's a truth to that,
so there's like so many different hearings, and I just find it very interesting. And then the last thing I wanted to share, there's so much, but this Christopher Bledsoe, and you guys should read his book, the UFO of God book. He had talked about meeting with scientists from the government, and like through his encounters, the reason why they're kind of studying him is like one of these beings was like I guess besides the star people kind of looking, it was like a apparition or whatever you want to call it, of like the divine feminine, like a white lady. And she basically said Easter of 2026, there's going to be a new knowledge. And so there was an eclipse this year, a week after Easter, that I don't know if anyone else can sense it, but he had talked about how there was a shift and there's more people are starting to get that awareness, to have more experiences, to see more orbs. And it's going to continue up until, I don't know what's going to happen 2026 Easter, but there's going to be a new knowledge. So whether that's the day that we're going to, for sure, they're just going to be like, all right, this is what it is.
And what is the name of the book? A few people asked me about
it's called UFO of God, Christopher Bledsoe.
Christopher Bledsoe, UFO of God. Oh, I'm going to check that out.
And he was on the Sean Ryan podcast, and I know Sean Ryan like fact checks it. And I'm a really good intuitive person. I know, like, you could just tell when people are, whether they're just, blending things of memory or they're just not being truthful. But I 100% believe him. Look at all his stuff, and it just will all like make sense, I think, for a lot of people.
Does he have TikTok, Chris Bledsoe?
He doesn't have TikTok. I don't think so, but he has Instagram. He has Facebook. His son actually has a podcast called Bledsoe Said So. And they have a lot of cool people on there too. I've been meaning the next time I go to a conference and see him, because we just talk so much. I was going to tell him actually about your show. I was like, he needs to pop on here because
he needs to pop on here. Somebody just said his daughter has TikTok. So if anyone finds his daughter, let's bring his daughter on. Let's try. So if any of my friends out there do some research, I mean, I can do it too. I don't know who his daughter's name is, but if you know what the daughter's name is, she's on TikTok. Tell her about our show. Maybe you can, StarDefender.
Yes.
And we'll get her on here. Yeah, we'll bring her on. Absolutely.
But that's all I wanted to like share, and just, just everyone keep like doing that work internally. I think like everyone basically says, it's like, I think the star people, they just want us to get back to our origins of just being simple, be kind, Stop destroying the world. And I just think that things are going to accelerate in the next year. We all just have to kind of internally do that work and try to, pass those good vibes to as many people as we can.
I totally 100% agree with what you're saying. I think it's great that you came on here to share your experiences. I know that there's other conferences that I'm going to mention on here coming up. Contact in the Desert, that happens in California. Used to be at Joshua Tree. I think it's in the same area, but I think they used to hold it where the near Giant Rock, and
I think he's going to be there actually, Christopher Bledsoe. At Contact in the Desert. I think is it at the end of this month?
Matter of fact, let me share this with people that are able to do some traveling. Let's go to Contact in the Desert. I will look it up. I'm going to be mentioning some of these UFO conferences on the show from now on. And this one's called Contact in the Desert.
Yeah, I think I saw that one, and I was like, oh, I wish I could go. That looks so cool.
Let's see, in the desert. Here we go. Contact in the Desert. So here's the speaker lineup. Here's the speaker lineup. It's going to be May 29th and June 2nd. Let's see, they have a speaker lineup. Let's see what that is. So Josh Gates from Expedition Unknown. I love Josh Gates. He does that
Yeah, he was
program
just at a
on Discovery.
different conference my friend went to over in Pennhurst, Pennsylvania. It was more of like a, I know you don't talk about paranormal, but anyway, Josh Gates was there.
Yeah. George Norrie's going to be there, coast to coast. Dr. Diane Hennessy, Ross Coulthart, who's on News Nation. Josh Gates, of course. George Knapp, who's been around forever. Jimmy Church, Daniel Sheehan, disclosure advocate. I've heard of him. Dr. A.V. Loeb. Let's see. They got Richard Dolan, UFO researcher. Some people have heard Linda Moulton Howell, who I met years ago in Connecticut at a UFO conference. Linda Moulton Howell was a very, very down-to-earth person. I always loved her work. Caroline Corey, or filmmaker, author, founder of Omniman Media. I interviewed her about 2 years ago on my radio show, Whitley Strieber. Whitley Strieber and I had a run-in Connecticut at a UFO conference, and I was doing interviews on for a TV thing. He would not interview me. I mean, I would not be able to interview him, and I found his vibes were kind of real off. He was very standoffish. I didn't get good vibes from Whitley Strieber. Thomas Jane, actor, producer, author. Anthony Peake, non-human intelligence. He'll be speaking. Sarah Berksman Cosme, master QHHT practitioner. Nick Pope, who I know personally, he's with Ancient Aliens. He knows who I am. He was with the Ministry of Defense in England.
Oh, I was going to say, his name sounded familiar.
Chris Bledsoe is going to be there, author, experience. Yep, he's going to be there. William Henry, who I met with Ancient Aliens. Alexis Brooks, journalist, researcher, author. Mark D'Antanio, astronomer, Sky Tour live streams. Jason Martell is with the Ancient Aliens group. A lot of people. Ben Hansen, who had the show on Sci-Fi. Ben Hansen is a paranormal skywatch investigator. Stephen Bassett, who I've interviewed, he's from Washington area. He's with the Paradigm Research Group. They're very, very pro disclosure, and he was a great interview. He's about getting disclosure with the government. There's a lot of people here, some of which I've never heard of before. Dr. J.J. Hurtak, if you've never seen him, I've talked to him and his wife in New York many years ago. They spoke at they did a whole seminar conference. They were just fantastic, and you can learn a lot from the Hurtaks, Dr. J.J. and Desiree Hurtak.
The lineup sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a big lineup here. There's too many people, some of which there's a lot of people. It seems like they probably have a filmmaker for New Mufana, Ron James, all kinds of folks here. So anyway, there's a lot of people that are going to be speaking at this conference. So yeah, actually, with Contact in the Desert, I'm trying to reach those people. So I'm trying to see if next year I can be in the roster to speak at the conference. If I get to speak, if I can get them to agree to have me speak at the conference, I would speak on a multitude of things. Number one, the Ashtar Command, the space people. I talk about removal of implants, because that's what I've done on here, and I've documented them. So I can talk about 3 different things there just in what I do. So I think I'm going to contact them and see if next year they would consider having me on as a speaker at the conference.
You should. The next conference that I see them, I'll put a good word in for you, Commander.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I know I have to go out and speak at some of these things, and I feel Contact in the Desert is more appropriate for what I want to do. And I think I need to speak at a conference.
Yeah, no, that would be great. I think you really need to, because you've been doing this for so long. Like I said, I've been watching you, like, I think from the beginning, and when it's amazing to see how many listeners or viewers are watching now, and you have a lot of good information, and I think that would be amazing.
Oh, thank you. And you know what the thing is, that I never knew when I came on TikTok, folks who were new to this. I have to thank my daughter. She got me involved in it. I was on Facebook. I had no idea. I was doing a radio thing and TikTok. I always thought it was a bunch of kids. So I said, why would I go on there? A bunch of teenagers playing games. Then I find out there are actually adults on here having
Yeah.
different types of discussions, yelling and screaming at each other, which I didn't like. So I skipped that part of it.
Yeah.
You know, thinking they're right, the other person's wrong. I don't need to waste my energy on that. And I said, you know what? I think I need to do is a UFO show, talk show on here, which nobody's doing. And that's what I did. I said, that's my niche. Just do that. And, you know, it's pretty consistent, you know, sometimes up to 300, pretty consistent 200 to 300 people a night. And right now I can say we've had 2,200 people since I came on here for the last hour and 10 minutes that have actually come in here to look at the show. And that's not that, you know, you're seeing 237. I've had now 2,300 people pop in here.
That's awesome.
You know?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can track all that. I can track the numbers. Hey, Star, thank you for coming up here and sharing what you experienced there. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We're going to bring Star down, everybody. Thank you, Star. And please join us. Please share and like the show. Please tell people we're here. Let people know. You know, for some reason, when TikTok went down initially in that 24-hour period a couple months ago, it seems like everything changed. All the numbers went down. I used to have anywhere from 600 to 700 people a night on, but it seems like the numbers have gone down since TikTok came back. And I don't know, maybe they did something to the algorithm. It doesn't seem like it's sharing that I'm on here. But anyway, let's see here. Excuse me. Relics. We're going to bring Relics on here. It was one of the recent guests and a friend of the show. And good evening.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm just
doing
wondering
good.
if you met anyone who was like felt like they were contacted or medically altered and started changing physically.
So that's a really interesting
I'd like to show you my
question.
before and after too.
Okay.
And
You
my
want to come on
doctor is
camera?
actually was the president's son-in-law.
Your doctor, okay, let me go back. This is interesting. The doctor was the president's son-in-law?
Yes.
Of which president are we speaking?
It's Biden.
So, okay, so repeat this again so everybody can hear this. This is very interesting.
I'm trying to pull the pictures up. Hold on. How do I do that?
Okay. Well, let me. I'm going to put you on camera here. Press the save button, and we'll have you up here in a jiffy.
I'm trying to pull up my green screen.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually, if you press there's a save button on your thing, your green screen will come up. Well, you'll come up, and then you can actually get your green screen to come up so you can show us the picture. So I want to make sure I've got this straight in my head here. So Biden, who was the former president, what's the relationship again?
Is my doctor at Jefferson.
So the doctor for President Biden was your doctor.
Yeah, I'm not getting this right.
Well, I got you on picture. It's good to have you with us.
Okay, hold on.
Here.
Where are my pictures? I have an iPhone.
Okay, iPhone. So what you do is there's a flip button on the thing. There's like 3 dots. You can reverse the camera so you can actually you can go to where it says enhance, and then when you go press enhance, you can go to your pictures.
Okay, hold
So
on.
there's like an enhance button on the thing here, and then you'll go to the effects button. The effects button gives you the green screen. You'll see you'll see a green screen thing. Press that, and you'll be able to go to your green screen for sure.
Where are the pictures? They're not popping up.
Yeah, so the pictures on your phone, if you go to where it says enhance, you see the enhance button on your screen?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay, press that. Now, if you go to the enhance button, press effects. There's a smiley face.
Uh-huh.
Press that, And then you're going to see a bunch of options. It's trending, new, play, face, green. Go to green screen and press the green screen, and your pictures will come up.
Okay. Oh, got it. Okay.
Good. Perfect.
Background? No.
Nope. That's something different. But you're getting there. You're getting a different background. You want to go to your pictures, so you got to go to the green screen. That's a background. So what you want to do is right now on the effects button here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go to the green screen with the little white arrow
Okay,
on it.
I got it.
Okay.
They're popping up now. Oh, hold on.
Oh, there you go. There's a picture of a doctor. Is that the doctor?
That's me before.
Okay.
And hold on. Anyways, now behind my ears are completely like magnetic. They were supposed to be silicone or plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, everything sticks. That's magnetic behind there, and I get zapped. They're supposed to fall out naturally, like little kids get them, but the other ENT that works with the ENT at Jefferson,
Yeah.
had him put the metal. I guess they're metal tubes, because they have to be. Because why else would it be magnetic?
Yeah.
But that's not
So
normal.
the doctor for former President Joe Biden was your doctor.
Yes, still is. And his partner, Mindy Rabinowitz, her husband owns Blackstone. They just bought 23andMe and Ancestry. So that's how I was flagged, because I have a rare blood type, rare white blood cells, some kind of weird gene that they flag. And she called it Neanderthal DNA, but then she like gave me 3 ancient pathogens. It's all in my LabCorp report, which is crazy. Yeah.
Now, so the before picture of you that we were just looking at with the glasses on, and the picture of you that we see now, I mean the live person we see now, what happened?
Oh, hold on. Did you see the magnetic picture?
Yeah, I did see we all did see the magnetic picture. That's amazing.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you what she gave me.
And also, just to get people unconfused, so who's this person with Blackstone? What's the relationship that you know them? How do you know that person?
She's the doctor's partner.
She's the doctor. So the
They're both
doctor
at Jefferson.
at Jefferson. So the doctor that was President Biden's doctor, her husband is the head of Blackstone.
Yes, owns it, and her name is Mindy Rabinowitz, and the male doctor is Howard Klein. He's married to
Okay.
Ashley Biden.
Really? Okay. I wanted to clarify. So this is amazing. Yeah.
Scary.
And someone saying, what is Blackstone? I've heard of Blackstone. They're
It's a
involved
huge
in
financial company, but they're buying up like medical companies and own a bunch of labs and stuff.
Are they involved with the ET area too, from what I understand? With the
Probably.
extraterrestrial area? Yeah. I've heard stories about that.
There's Black.
There's Blackstone, BlackRock.
Yes. So this is Blackstone. It's a fiduciary company.
Okay. That's different. Okay. Interesting. And
yeah, and these were like the tubes. It says they're not magnetic. It's like so crazy. And I'm trying to find something else, but oh my gosh.
yeah, they're two different companies. So the fact is, have you this magnetic thing that's happening? So you're like you're like a magnet. Like if I have a piece of metal, will it attach to your neck?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Weird, right?
And the doctor, have they been able to figure out why that's happening to you?
No, I never went back because I'm terrified of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And I know a few people are confused. So what I'm trying, because I used to be a news director, folks, trust me, when I ask questions, I find it fascinating. And if it's something that people don't understand, that's why I'm here to be hosting the show. So if you don't understand something, folks, this is something very different, and we're going to learn something here. Hopefully,
Yeah, and
get
I
to
have a
some.
black dot in my finger that I got when I was blood tested one time.
Yeah.
And hold on. Oh yeah, save. And then you can see how that's magnetic too. The black little dot. Comment. Oh my
So
god.
you have actually. How long have you been magnetic? You know?
Well, just where they put the little pieces in my ears,
Yeah.
in my finger, and then
Mhm.
I have one in my jaw, but I don't think that one does anything. Like,
Yeah.
it's bad.
So I want to explain. I want to get a clarification. Who put these things in you to make you magnetic?
The first time it was just a regular clinic. They blood pricked me and said, "Wow, you're Rh negative. Did you know that?" I said, "No. What's that?" And they said, "A rare blood type."
Hmm. So okay. So for people who want to know who they are, can you explain specifically? Like when we say they, are they the doctors at the hospital that are doing
Yes,
this?
yes, yes, yes.
Are these different kind of doctors? They don't seem like regular doctors. That a regular
They're
doctor.
high power people in high power. You
They're
can look
people in
them
high
up.
power.
Yeah, the one's name is Dr. Howard Krine,
Huh?
and the other one is Mindy Rabinowitz. And they're
Okay, and this
oh,
show's being recorded, so I'll be able to look them up, and anyone else here
I'll type
for
it
public
down there
knowledge.
for you.
Okay, that'd be great. So these people in high power in the hospital that did this, it seems to me that they're doing something that's not ethical.
Yeah,
You
not
know what I
ethical.
mean? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
ethical at
yeah, yeah.
all.
Like a science experiment.
Yeah, like you're an experiment. If I may ask, and you don't have to give me an answer, um, did they do any operations on your facial area?
Um,
I got a feeling they did.
no, that happened overnight. It was something
So,
they gave me that went up my nose. It was a bacteria. I'm trying to find the labs. It was three ancient superbugs that like people aren't supposed to survive naturally. No one called me to say I needed antibiotics. They just gave them to me, and like
so
I
these
didn't know
people
until
were
I went in my
using.
LabCorp app.
So these people did something to you. They put some object that was like a living object into your body, and it changed your face.
Oh, not just my face, everything.
Everything. Wow.
Yeah. So it's
And
terrifying.
now, and I want to just deconfuse my audience. I don't think what I do get. I read energy. So she was experimented with by certain doctors that have a lot of power. Number
Because of
one.
my, I was flagged because of my blood type, a rare gene, and rare shape cells,
Mhm,
and something else. I forget.
mhm.
Ancient, I guess, DNA code, they think, because it's
Ancient
freaking.
DNA code. When
Yeah,
you
they
had
think
the
it's like
picture,
special.
when you had the picture, you can bring yourself back on screen if you want to. When you had the picture with the glasses on before they did this, how many years ago was that?
Um, it literally happened overnight. It was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So
Yes.
if we go 4 years ago before that, nobody was doing anything to you, correct?
Um,
In
no.
essence, am I correct about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So were they monitoring you all these years and then decided to do something?
Yes, since a baby, I think. They say
Hmm.
people that are born with that blood type are placed on a military list when they're born.
Really? On placed on everyone, just listen to it. She's explaining it. So people that have your blood type are placed on a military list, correct?
Yes.
Did they ever tell you how many people are placed on a military list with Rh negative blood?
Out on the West Coast, you can see it on Google Maps. It's out like in the water off of Washington State. I know that
Okay.
sounds. So those are the
Uh,
three things she gave me, which people, regular humans, aren't supposed to survive.
mhm. So do they consider you a obviously? Do they consider you a regular human, or they're looking at you as not being a regular human?
I guess I'm hybrids. I probably was from the get go. They think people with Rh negative blood are already like alien.
So they look at you as being, even though you're born as a human, they think they understand you. These people, these two doctors that
Yeah,
use
either
all this
fallen
stuff.
angels, alien, or now they're saying it's Neanderthal. They never said Neanderthal before, but now they're seeking ancient DNA code in people with any Neanderthal percentage DNA that sent their saliva off to 23andMe or Ancestry.
So these doctors, and they're probably not the only two in the world, there's a certain group of doctors that are doing unethical things, which I consider this to be unethical. So they took you as a human person, and since you were a child, since you were a baby, you had this Rh negative blood, but you had something else that they obviously want. What they did is they put the things that they put into you that changed your face and your body. These things were they like I've seen like sci-fi movies, for lack of a better terminology, where these like they look like metallic bugs going into the body and they change something. Did they use some sort of metallic object that moves into your body?
I'm not sure, but now I get zaps, and there's like a Word document where they keep adding like words that are related to me. Like I have very obscure spelling, very obscure places, friends, and then like they're like names, everyone's names on there multiple times. It's 6,000 pages. It just keeps growing and growing. Like someone else can alter it. I think they did it for like AI, for like natural language progression or something. So AIs don't sound so robotic, but I mean, I don't know why else they would.
So do you think that that I mean we have billions of people on the planet, so they wouldn't have billions of people on their list. They would have a specific percentage
It
of
would have to be
the
someone
Earth's
that went to
population.
Thomas Jefferson and became a patient of Mindy Rabinowitz or Dr. Krein and
Right,
sent their DNA to Ancestry or 23andMe
right.
because
So
she works
Thomas
there and her
Jefferson,
husband owns Blackstone,
yeah, Blackstone. Her husband owns that. She's at Thomas Jefferson. Where's Thomas Jefferson Hospital located?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, PA. So it's not your typical hospital. Is it like some sort of special
It's a
hospital?
university. It's a school, and she has her own lab in
Oh,
Princeton
it's a
called the
university.
Lewis Siegler
Ah,
Lab.
okay.
So
So,
yeah,
interesting.
the Lewis Siegler
This is
Lab. I need
interesting.
help.
So this is interesting. This is a leap forward into the unknown for me. So if I were to attempt to remove the objects out of your body, do you think I can do it?
No, they have to be physically removed. They were put in by doctors.
They have to be physically removed. Okay. All right.
They're supposed to fall out
Wow.
naturally, and I've had them for almost a few years now, and they haven't fallen out.
hmm Are you hearing like someone tapping?
Yeah, I was just typing. Sorry.
Oh, you were typing. Okay. Okay, I gotcha. This is the most interesting thing I've ever seen before and heard of before. This is really good. I mean, it's important. I'm sorry you're going through this, but this is really important for people to know in encounters that these things are happening to people. And I've never heard of this before. So we're recording our show. We record all our shows on my YouTube channel. This will be on my YouTube channel. I'm probably gonna clip this and share it on TikTok because it's
They put
you
tubes
know
in my ear because they said I needed it, but they're supposed to be silicone and plastic.
mhm,
Even they gave me the make and model, and
mhm,
they're obviously metal because anything magnetic sticks behind both ears.
mhm. And when they say to you that you need it, this is interesting. So these two doctors are saying you need these things inside of you. What gives them the right to tell you that you need something that you've never needed before? And why are they, I'm trying to figure out, as I mean, I believe your story is totally true. And I think what is most sad about it is that they're doing these things, not just to you, probably other people, and the public doesn't even know about it.
No, unless they start changing and really like find out and investigate for themselves.
hmm And just like people know, that object that is below her ear is not an earring. That is magnetically on her skin because they put something in her body that magnetizes the metal to touch and stay in one area, right? Am I correct about that?
Correct.
Okay. You know, and she's been having this situation since she was a child. She's been monitored, and this is what they're doing. So if you look at Relic's face now, the picture before they did this with her glasses on was before they did what they did to her with these things that they put in her body. It changed her whole body, including her
Yeah,
face.
but the funguses, I think I put them in there. And then the implants, I guess.
And when they did this thing, how come your nose was different with the glasses on
My
before
whole
they did
face
it?
has changed. My whole jaw, my whole forehead, everything. My whole body, lower body, everything.
Yeah, your whole lower body. So when they did this stuff to you, it basically transformed your physical body, including your face, by what they put into your body.
Correct.
See, this is the thing that's wrong. I mean, it's wrong. It's not wrong that you're telling the story.
It's
It's wrong that
terrifying.
it's terrifying. It's wrong that these doctors did what they did to you that have
And
a lot of power.
I can't even confront them because they are so like big time people, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're kind of not having to confront them. I think a lot of people on TikTok need to be watching the show right now that are scanning TikTok. They need to be watching encounters right now. And the fact is, we have 300 people on here, at least right now, that now know the truth about something that we should be knowing about in this country and the whole planet. That there are two doctors working, one the head of Blackstone, the other doctor who's at Thomas Jefferson University at the hospital there, and these people have power to do these things. It should not be allowed. I mean, no one should be able to do something to somebody else like that. That goes against every single thing I believe in. This is her face here before they did what they did to her. Let's keep that picture on there. I want everyone to look at this. This is her face before they took her to Thomas Jefferson and did what they did with her and put things in her body that changed her whole body. What right does these doctors with all this power have to do that to anybody? I think we need to expose it. I think we are exposing it here on Encounters. I want this to go viral. I want people to know about this. I want you to share this broadcast. I'm going to clip it on my main page here, and people need to see this. This is her before, right here. This is before they did everything they did to her body.
Yeah.
And then when they
and now I
and
have
then
all
you're
these encounters and can summon orbs and crazy sightings.
So tell us about that. So after they did this, now you're mentioning a few other things. You were having encounters.
Yeah.
And can you explain the picture you're just showing us now?
That guy on the beach at 3 a.m.
That's somebody on the beach at 3 a.m. in the
He
morning?
wouldn't respond. We were screaming at him and he just stayed like stationary. It looks crazy. He was like full biosuit. I don't know what it is. I've only seen like UAPs. I've never like been so close to one before.
What beach? Can you explain where this beach is and when this was pictured? When you took the picture?
This was a few weeks ago. See the little electric bolt?
Yeah.
Very bizarre. He was walking on water, basically.
That being you're saying was walking on water. Was that over a river? Where was that?
The ocean.
An ocean. Atlantic Ocean?
Yes.
So you're on the shoreline, and this being is walking on the ocean.
Yeah. What do you think that thing is?
Oh, I'm going to have to really examine this. This is amazing.
I have more video. I have videos too.
I want you to show us a few more things here. I think this is really amazing. And can you tell us in the Atlantic Ocean what beach
how far
this
out?
was taken
See the
at?
water at the bottom?
Yeah, the water. Yeah. And that being is on the water.
Walking on the damn water. Yeah.
Walking on the water. Can you tell us where this was taken on the Atlantic, on the New Jersey?
Delaware.
Delaware. So on the Atlantic Ocean in Delaware on a beach, this being was walking on the water. Now get this, folks. She's explaining to you what she took a picture of. The being was walking on the water.
Yeah.
Amazing. And it looks like they're glowing. It looks like they're a human form and their body is glowing.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
What do you think it is?
I think it could be a space being of some sort. To me,
I
my initial feeling is that it's no human can walk on the water on the ocean.
yeah.
I think it's a space being of some sort.
Yeah, it was
No,
very.
not the moon. No, it's not the moon. She's explaining where it is. You can see the water right there along the beach where she said in Delaware, and that being is walking on the water.
Yeah. What do you guys think it is?
Well, in Light One, my friend Light One says it's definitely a being. Nothing with NASA. Nope. Nope. Seriously, my perspective, I've been involved in the subject for a long time. That's a really good photo of what we're looking at. I mean, that's a really good photo.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, I think it's, definitely human. It's definitely not an Earth-based being. I think whatever it is, it's definitely some sort of a space being. Now,
Yeah.
again, that's my opinion. The views expressed here, and what I'm saying as a host, I do that not just automatically assume anything, but I have enough moments of looking at that photo that my analysis is that this being had the ability to float over the water. And who's for us to say that that being can't do that? Because we can't do it. As
Yeah.
human beings, we cannot float on the water. But space people can do whatever they want. So you have to look at that. There's the ocean. That's a great picture. Keep it there for a minute. So there's the ocean over Delaware on the beach. This being is over the
Yeah,
water,
they just stayed stationary.
stayed stationary. He was floating, standing on the water, folks. Get this, standing on the water. You might try to make explanations for it, but you're not going to be able to. That's a close-up of it. Go back to the
Yeah.
other picture where he's in the water, the distant picture.
Okay.
That other picture that was like when he was farther out,
Okay.
that we just saw, the one that you were showing us.
Yeah, and we were like yelling at him, and he wouldn't.
Oh yeah, there's the picture there. But you had another picture, the bigger one, where you can see him farther out. There, keep that picture there, right there. So everyone look at the picture here who's watching Encounters. You see the water on the beach, that's the ocean water. Out in the water is the being, and my perception of that is that you're looking at some sort of a space being.
Uh-huh.
That's my conclusion. There's no other conclusion I can think of. There's no other excuse I can think of. There's no
Yeah, he
other
stayed there, and
interpretation.
he wouldn't answer, and he wasn't like metal detecting. He had like almost like those old scuba diving like metal glass helmets on.
Really interesting. But he
Uh-huh.
was glowing. That's the thing that gets me. The
He was so
being,
bright. When
he
my
was really
friend first
bright.
went
Yeah, he
down
was
there with her
glowing.
dogs, she's shown a big cross of beam light at my friend. She comes back to the house. She grabs us. 15 minutes later, we go there. He's still in the same spot, not moving, and just stuck
Hmm.
there. And then
Do
we're
you
screaming at him.
can you
"Whoa, whoa, whoa."
do you have a video uploaded that we can look at or that I
Oh
can put
yeah, I have
on
a
here?
video.
Could you show us the video?
Hold on.
My friend, the Enlightened One, who has contact with the positive space people, he's confirming that it is a space being. And my confirmation is that that was a space being.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Whatever they did to you at Thomas Jefferson, that was unethical. But the fact that you're seeing the space being is amazing. Was there a sandbar over the water? Someone's asking a question. Benjamin's asking.
No. We
No
thought there was, but
sandbar.
we got as close as we could.
Yeah. So the light reflection is the light reflection over the water, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's over the water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a video for you guys.
Some of my viewers are saying I need to scan you for implants.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I have the energy to do that right now, but I would definitely contact you like for a one-on-one.
Well, I'm saying well, not tonight, but one night I'd like to have you on here because the way I do this is I do it. My show is very, very good. I've taken out over 100 various implants since last year. I
Uh-huh.
work with Ashtar Command, which are my space family. I have actual real contact with them, and I've been given the ability to remove implants remotely right through through my broadcast here. I've done it with hundreds of people.
Okay. Yeah, I did see you do a girl the other night.
Yeah, I took an implant out of her. I
I heard
destroyed
there's
it.
like a conference you can go to where they do it as well. Like, but people get these implants from doctors or like being
No,
abducted.
that's they get them. Most of the well, some of them they're getting with a lot of the ones I've taken out are from negative ETs. Now there are other implants that are being put into them by our Earth-based people. Those can be removed too and destroyed. It depends what it is. So one night I'd like to have you on here just for the fact because I'm concerned about this, that I want to scan you for implants and see if I can remove the implants and destroy them. Now, in terms of what's happening with the contact with the space being, that's totally different than what's happening with the people that implanted you.
Yeah, after I
I
had that experience, now I like see all the plasmoids, and one got as big
yeah,
as like the sun one time, like so close to me. And I was
yeah.
supposed to have lung surgery the next day, and the
Oh
doctor
my
called and
gosh.
said my CAT scan was clear. There's nothing biopsy after I encountered one of those plasmoid orbs.
Hmm. So I think that's a whole nother thing. If you have the video, we'd like to. I think people want to see the video.
I'm more scared of the government and the doctors I went to than I am of like the ETs.
Right. Well, I don't think the ETs are. There's so many things to your story that are really intriguing to me. Really, really amazing. Yeah, so if you have the video, let's see if you can pull up the video. I'd like everyone to see the video. Can we do that?
Hold
Hmm. Yeah, and I think that's possible. Hmm. You're watching Encounters, and my guest here is Relics to Riches, and her story is an amazing story. And what they did to her is unethical. But this other stuff with the orbs and the space being over the ocean in Delaware, that's pretty amazing. There's, I feel there's a lot of different things going on with her. Um, mm, just different things happening here, you know? Yeah, we'll work a night out. I'll have her on again just for the specifics of scanning her for implants. With her permission, we'll do it. But I have to get her permission. We have to definitely do that. And believe me, folks, I know what I'm doing. That's why I host the show for 3 years. That's why I've been doing radio for 21 years, and that's why I have been involved within my realm as a space being in this human form. When I hear things like that, I know that there's something I can do to help somebody, possibly.
So is one of these green screens a video option?
There might be. If there's not a video option, you would have to use another camera with the video on it and show it through the camera that you're using right now.
Oh, I don't
Or,
know.
or if you can send me the video, or if you upload the video, we can play the video on here. So I think if you send me a video tonight, tomorrow night, I can play the video and have you on, and we can play the video on my screen.
Okay.
So all you'd have to do is send me a copy of the video to my email address, and I can download it.
Okay. I'll send you all the videos I have. I have lots of crazy videos.
So send me only a few. I don't want to overload my system. So send me
Okay.
the ones that you think are important to CmdRAleon at AOL.com.
Okay, I got you.
And give me a little descriptive story about what I'm looking at when it was videotaped, and we'll play the video. We'll have you on tomorrow night and play the video. The other thing I want to do, I really feel strongly about this. I need to have your consent, though. I want to scan you for implants on the show. Not tonight, but on a different night.
Okay, I'd
And
like
would you
that.
be okay? So I got your consent to let me do a scanning of you, and that will help me help you. And I think there'll be things I'll be able to do. Now, if there's things that these doctors put into you that I can't take out because they're physical materials, that's going to be something different. If there's something that was biologically put in you that I can dissolve and destroy as an implant, I will do my best to try to help you, and it won't hurt.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I will do every. I will be asking my parents to even empower me more so on this situation, so that I may take out the implants that can be taken out, and anything else that they put into you that I can physically remove and
Yeah,
destroy.
like they told
I
me
need
they
to
would
do
fall
that.
out naturally and I'd see them on my pillow, and yeah, that never
Has
happened.
that happened yet?
No.
Yeah. Well,
I
we're
know
going to
they're
do
still in
some.
there because of the zaps. Like if it gets wet, it is so painful, like almost like electrical socket, getting wet.
Yeah. Well, I think I can. I'm again, folks. I can't promise anything. Every time it's different when I do implant removals. This is going to be the most difficult implant
I don't want to
removal.
sound crazy. That's why I haven't gone back to any
No,
doctors at the same
you
doctor.
don't sound crazy at all. I will do my best on my show here. I'll make a commitment right now. I will scan you tomorrow night, and we will attempt to remove any implants in your body and destroy them.
Okay. All
You got
right.
my
I'll
commitment on
post the
that.
videos on my story too.
Yeah, I definitely do that. This picture, I think, is amazing. And this is even more amazing that you're seeing over Delaware, where this beach is, and well, I can't even speak English anymore, where the beach is in Delaware.
It was a son of a
Uh,
bitch. That's what my friend called it.
you see the space
Her
beam.
dad's actually a scientist and doctor, and like very famous.
Your dad is a
No,
scientist and a
her
doctor.
my friend's dad, and she showed him the video. He said, "Sabrina, stay away from that thing. That thing is bad energy."
He's saying that the being in the water is bad energy.
Yeah, he said it was. Yeah.
How did he know that?
She sent him the pictures and videos, and he's like a genius. He like invented Viagra, cured
So her father invented Viagra?
pathologist.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. We're definitely going to have to do some work tomorrow night here. We're definitely going to have to do an implant removal. I think you have more than one implant. The longer I talk, I think you have more than one implant in you. And I will do everything I can to take out the implant or implants, so to speak. I don't know that. I think the doctor's wrong. The genius is wrong about that being. I don't think that being is negative at all. That's not what I'm getting. A genius can be a genius, but that doesn't mean that they spiritually have an understanding of what they're looking at. You know, a genius is just someone who's a genius. Now, where's their spiritual level? Where's their discernment of what they're looking at? When you were looking at that being over the beach, what did you feel? Forget about the
I
genius.
was not
How did you
scared of
feel?
it.
There you go. Then go with that feeling. Go with your own feeling. Don't be persuaded by other people, because a lot of times other people are just giving you their emotional feelings, and their emotional feelings are not based on fact or what you feel. You have to go by what you feel. And that's the most important thing. Who
Okay.
cares what
Thank
other people
you.
feel? You
Thank
have to go
you.
by what you feel. So,
All right. I'll
yeah.
be able to go in more detail next time.
Okay, we'll be on tomorrow night at 11.
I'll send you some videos or upload them to my
So,
story.
all right, sounds good. I can't wait to see those. I'll review them.
Thank
Everyone,
you,
I want to thank
Samantha.
Relics to Riches for being here.
Thank
It's
you.
really, really amazing story. This will be on my YouTube channel by tomorrow night.
Oh,
You'll be
great.
able to
I really don't
rewatch the
want to. I
show.
didn't want to call out the doctors because I did not do that yet.
Well, you know, sometimes the doctors that did this to you need to be called out, because what they did to you is unethical to do to anybody. And my show's a big show. To call them out on my show is something that I think was very brave of you to do. So I want to thank you for doing that. These doctors need to be called out for what they did to you. That was totally wrong. I
Yeah.
really appreciate you so much.
Those are the things, the little pathology or pathogens.
Are you trying to show us pictures right now?
No, I'm just
Okay.
posting in the text.
Oh, in the text, okay, to people. All right, I gotcha. You know, it's amazing what I've done a lot of shows in my lifetime. This is very important. The fact that you came forward with this information for the public to know about, and if it happened to you, we can't even know how many more humans are
I
having
know.
this
That's
being
what I'm
done to
looking
them.
for. People that have been through something like this,
Yeah.
and it keeps progressing.
Yeah, progressing. And your body's changing constantly, correct?
Yeah, I eat so much and no calories stick.
Really?
My eyes are huge. My bite has changed. Everything.
So are they physically? I'm getting the feeling. I'm going to put it out there. They're trying to change your physical body.
I think they're seeing how much. Like, I think they're just experimenting. I guess people with Rh negative blood can cure illness. Like they can't really get viruses, like they say HIV and things like that. Like because their blood is, I don't know, just O negative or Rh negative people. But they can get autoimmune diseases. But anyways, I think she's just found my ancestry because I have Neanderthal gene, like a high percentage, and that rare white blood cells, a rare super metabolizer gene that they flagged, and then I forget what else.
Can you also mention the doctors and their relationship, the Joe Biden thing? There's a lot of people in here
it's his
that didn't
son-in-law.
catch
He's
that.
married to his daughter, Dr. Howard Klein.
Okay, so and the doctor that you have is the doctor that Joe Biden has.
Well, I'm sure he's his doctor, yeah. If he's
Well,
married to his daughter.
You mentioned earlier that the doctor that is working with the other doctor is Joe Biden's doctor, correct?
It's his son-in-law.
Son-in-law.
It's he's married to his daughter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the person is okay. So the other person, someone asked who the doctor was. It's Joe Biden's daughter's husband. That's someone's response. Biden's son-in-law. Okay. I'm reading comments here.
Oh yeah, they're right.
They're right. So you are amazing. So that the doctor is Biden's son-in-law. This is pretty amazing. This is just like the most amazing thing I've ever dealt with here on my show.
Very strange, right? Very bizarre. How rapidly.
It's one of what they did to you is what really upsets me. What they did to you with what they were doing to your physical body, with what they put into your body to physically change your body and your face is totally wrong. And I think that we're going to help you here. And tomorrow night we're going to do some implant removals.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I can do them.
Okay.
All right, Relics. So getting up towards 1 o'clock. I know there's another guest.
Thank you. I'll let someone else get on. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you kidding me? You're welcome to be here anytime. With what you've been going through, absolutely.
Thank you. I'll try to send you some videos and post them too.
And we'll see you tomorroght at after 11. We're going to have you on here. We're going to do some stuff to prepare you for what we're going to do.
All right, I'll jump
I guarantee. Definitely we're going to do it. So
thank you.
We're going to bring it down here. Okay. Now I've seen a lot of things in my life. I've never seen this before. And now knowing what we know and exposing this, what these two doctors did to her, and what they are doing probably to other human beings on the planet, totally unethical. Completely unethical. But we're going to help her tomorrow night. And I'm not claiming to be, the healer of old things because I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm going to do everything I can to help her. Everything. Absolutely. Let me see what I got in the queue here. Let's see. We have Corey in here. And we're going to wind it down. But that is, to me, the most unethical thing I've ever seen on my show happen to her. Hey, Corey, how you doing, brother?
What's going on? Oh, we're still kicking.
You heard my last guest story. Pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah, it was. I was trying to get you to bring me up for a minute, but we actually had a couple of those beings show up here. It's probably been almost 3 weeks ago now when I was on TikTok Live myself.
Yeah.
They showed up in what appeared to be a Y-looking craft. If you was to take that Y on its side and lay it down, like the letter Y, it was pretty good size. Actually, my chat was the one that spotted it before I did, but we had
Mm-hmm.
two space beings come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The one was just massive. I mean, extremely muscular, but their face, you could see their whole head, you could see their whole
Mm-hmm.
body, both of them,
Mm.
their whole body of them, but their face was just a white glowing spot, basically what she was showing.
Yeah.
Um, they
And the
hung out
being.
for probably 20 minutes or so,
Mm-hmm.
staying in a certain area, probably 30 foot in diameter or so. And then they get back in their craft. It got really bright, and they just started backing away, back towards the north, and then lifted up and was gone.
Do you have? Some people are asking. Do you have photos of that or video footage of that happening?
TikTok actually recorded it for me.
Well, that's what I
And
mean. It's recorded
and
on your TikTok, correct?
some of the people on my chat actually recorded it, but I have not went and recorded it myself or went and retrieved it yet because I've had too much other
Yeah.
stuff
Well,
going on.
you can retrieve. You go into your live and you can actually do clips and retrieve it that way.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
good.
I just hadn't had time to actually do that part myself yet. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was just wondering if she actually seen any of it, seen any of the crafts herself
Yeah,
from.
there's more to her story. I mean, this will that's the one thing I didn't get to was the spaceship area. She's talked about the orbs. I'm very curious if there was a spaceship over the water somewhere that was cloaked, because that definitely was a space being. And I get it was a very human type of person. It was, but a radiant energy coming from its body. You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's what caught my eye was I don't know what the heck's happening with my phone now. It's wigging out. It's acting like it's strobing or something.
Hmm. Well, only on this show could something weird happen. So
Yeah, and this phone's not even 24 hours old yet.
yeah. Well, I'm not going to take credit for something weird happening to your phone yet.
Yeah, no joke. Well, with everything else
I've had
weird
enough
going
things in
on.
3 years happen on this show that can go down in history. I'm not going to take credit for anything like that, though.
Yeah. But yeah, we've had that show up here. I was going to show you a picture of a craft, but I don't guess my phone's going to let me.
Sure, you can. Just go into your. If you
Well,
have a photo,
I'm
you
on
have
my
to go
green
into.
screen, but it's not, like I say, it's sitting here just flashing back and forth real fast.
Maybe there's a technical problem. Who knows? I can't.
It says authorized authority requests. What?
Authority requests. If you're on
Yeah.
your green screen from your photo in your photo gallery of
But
your phone, a smartphone,
it,
you should be able to
yeah,
pull
but it
up any
won't let me
picture you
go to
have.
that part. I'm on my green screen, but it won't allow me to go into my pictures.
You
That popped
you can't
up, and
get.
now it's just, and that's just sitting here flashing all kinds of my whole screen is.
Yeah, I would check your phone unless something weird is
It's
going on with it. I don't know
it's
to
not
tell
even
you.
letting me back out. It's not letting me go back to just my regular picture. It's not. It's just like,
I can put you on camera. I'm going to press my button here. Press save and let me see if I get you on camera. It should pop up a save button. You're watching Encounters. It's now 101. I can't believe it. Hey, folks, we need to get up to 100,000. We have 300 people in here. We're at 56.8. This is not right. So I need everybody to look at the top screen. See where the numbers are? If you tap on the screen, and if everybody does that, we can get up to 100,000 pretty quick. With 300 people, oh, something happened to my friend. He just disappeared. He had something go weird with his phone, and he's gone now. That's pretty strange. When I say things strange can happen on here on Encounters, they always do. You know that. Every time, not every night, but every time in 3 years, something weird happens. He'll be back. So let's get up to 100,000. We're at 59.4. I need everybody to start tapping with your fingers on the screen. Everybody. That's all 300 of you. If all 300 people tap on the screen really quick, we'll be at 100,000. I'm requesting that, please. If every Yeah, that was very strange, Corey. I didn't touch anything. Obviously, somebody doesn't want you up here right now. Pretty weird. And Corey's been on the show before, a friend of the show. So very weird. I have no idea what's going on. But the good news is that Relics, when she was on, we got to see everything and she got to share everything without it being censored, you see. So the algorithm left it alone, which is good. This show is going to be my YouTube channel by tomorrow at some point. You're going to have to all rewatch the show if you didn't watch the whole thing. We're at 68.4. Lynn, thank you for the gifts. Giselle, thank you for the gifts. Please tap, everybody. You're not all tapping. If you were all tapping, we'd be at 100,000 in 5 minutes. I'm watching. I know. I see 306 people on here, and only a few people are tapping really hard. Give them a break and tap. Everybody tap. When you tap on the screen, you see all those little things popping up. That's what's going to happen. That's what makes my numbers go up. If you're not familiar with how TikTok works, every time you tap on the screen, that corner number thing goes up. We're almost at 80,000. Let's do it. Come on, brothers and sisters. You can do it. I have faith in all of you out there. All my viewers, new viewers, old viewers, every viewer. Yeah, definitely tomorrow for sure, Corey. And a Jedi has, hey, Alex, you got some pictures. I wouldn't get Alex up here. Half my thanks for the roses. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost at 90,000, folks. When we get to 100,000, I'm calling it a night. We'll be back on tomorrow night. And I want to thank you. Please let people know about encounters. This is, hey, Vanzi, thank you so much. Esther, being careful with your fingers. I gotcha. Hey, Tam. Thank you, Tam. I appreciate that, sister. We're doing good. We're at 91.4. We're almost at 100,000, I should stay on Lava Lane for 10 minutes after 1,000 to push the channel. Yeah, we can definitely push the channel. So I want all 300 of you, 360 of you, to let 10 other people know that there's a show called Encounters that's been on here for 3 years that deals with the spiritual implications of ufology, meaning space people, contact, fairies, Bigfoot, mer people, all that stuff, from Antarctica to Saturn. We deal with all. Electra, thank you so much, Ivory, for the gifts. We're at 102,000. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You see, you folks are great. Electra, thank you for the goat. I'm so hungry. Thank you for that. And tonight, we had 3,600 people since I came on at 11 o'clock or a little after 11. 3,600 people view our show tonight. That's pretty good teamwork. That's right, Peggy, teamwork. And please share some of my videos. You'll see some videos on my page. Please share them. You'll see videos where I took out implants. Share that video. Check out my main page. My YouTube channel, there's a link to the YouTube channel. Please check that out. And we'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all, the new people. We love you. We love all the old people. If you're just popping in here, Carlos will be on tomorrow night. Mike Truth. Have a good night. William, everybody out there, be well. Have a great Monday, and keep your eyes to the skies. Take care, everybody. Before I go, how do I collect my points? Rogue, how do I collect my points? I completely don't recall how I do that. Collect your points. We're going to be signing off here in a minute. You collect your points? Okay, I'll have to see how I do that. Collect my points. Yeah, we'll figure that out. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow evening when we heart you and send gifts. So, okay, I can collect points from that. Okay. I will definitely do that. I will collect my points. All right, I'm going to get out of here, folks. Let's see, what did I just do? Good night, everybody. Have a good night. We love you all.